106. My name is Yesi Ortiz. Welcome to the Platinum Life Recap. My guest, Miss Lola Monroe.
What's up?
Looking
What's
fly.
up?
I like this jacket.
Thank you. Shout out Angel Brinks. That's
oh,
my
she
girl.
did that? Okay.
Yeah.
She's an amazing
She's
stylist and
crazy.
artist.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So, I like that jacket, Angel. Just saying.
Right.
So, welcome, man, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I was, before we jump into the recap of Sunday night's episode, I want to know, you're married to King Los, by the way.
We're not married.
Not married yet, but it feels like
Damn
it.
near, though.
How many years?
8.
8 years.
Yeah.
Y'all are married.
Yeah, I know.
Common-law married.
I know.
Okay. But what approach, when you got approached to do this show, what was your initial reaction?
I wasn't as uneasy as I usually am when other shows approach me. Mm-hmm. It's so funny because about 4 years ago, I sat down with 51 Minds. And we were talking about doing a show for me and my family. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, you know what, my ideal network is E. Oh. And this was 4 years ago. So I manifested that shit.
Yes,
like,
you did.
So it was like, okay, their brand is very respectable. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the way they just
market, the way they work.
Everything is just a certain professional kind of way. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it was a network I can trust my brand with.
Yeah,
so.
And you know what, I was telling this to Asia, who was here last week. I mentioned that I really love the way the season is, from what you see from the clips, is seasoning to be a real classy, yet strong.
Yeah,
and
very strong.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
Which the vulnerability is strength. Show with great cast members on it, right?
And it's real. It's authentic.
Yeah.
It's really not put together. Those put together shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's really about our lives. We really come as we are. I really haven't experienced anything with the girls where, okay, you putting on something totally different. Everybody comes as they are.
So you mentioned the girls.
Yeah.
One of your girls is Crystal. Like, well, you're tight with everybody.
Yeah,
I'm
cool with everybody.
In the first episode, we see that you and Crystal are talking about this, conflict between her and Asia and mending things. And as the show opens up, they actually have a conversation where they apologize to each other. Mm-hmm. I see the face that you're making right now. Mm-hmm. What kind of situation does that put you in? Because you are kind of like a peacemaker, or you're
I try to keep things balanced between the girls.
And I've noticed that with comments that you make, like, "Hey, we're not gonna do none of that.
Yeah,
it's not what we're gonna do."
Because at the end of the day, it's not that deep. Mm-hmm. The situations is really petty. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, let's not put so much into the bullshit. Okay. And let's try to get down to what the issue is. If y'all can work it out, let's try working it out. Right. If not, then figure it out, because sometimes people don't click, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
But it's just like the back and forth pettiness is like unnecessary. You know what I mean? And then you got me in the middle, so it's like you'll see as the episodes come in, the type of situations I'm put in. Even just being in the middle.
So far, it looks like you're balancing it really well.
Yeah, I try.
And as we go with the show, we also noticed that there's a lot of openness. There was a really open conversation that you had with Lamaya and Crystal at the spa, and that was I felt like that was just so beautiful, because I think every woman can relate to what all of you three were talking about. The scrutiny that we get in the public eye for not being pretty enough, for not being skinny enough, for not, having our hair done right, head to toe.
Yeah.
And you mentioned something really interesting. You said, you know what, King Los, I got to give props to my husband, because he doesn't like the makeup and the weave.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about that, because I was hoping that they would have you talk more about that.
Yeah. I did, but how
editing goes. This is why we have these recaps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can really get it.
When I went into the show, I kind of was going through skin problems, and so makeup makes it worse. It clogs up your pores. It just makes it worse. And so I'm like, okay, am I about to put on makeup every single day and sabotage my healing process because of what society says I need to look like, or what society says is beautiful? No, so I made a decision not to go on camera with makeup. So I filmed the whole season with no makeup on my skin.
You don't, look at her face. She don't need them. It's glowing.
But thank you.
It's a natural glow.
Went through, I'm trying to tell you, it wouldn't look like this if I had decided to put makeup on while filming. You know what I mean? And so it's just all about, I had to be okay with myself. I had to say, you know what? When I look in the mirror, I have to be good with me. I shouldn't have to feel like I'm wearing makeup to cover myself up. If I wear makeup, I want it to be because I feel like it, because I want to get dressed up, not because, oh, I don't want people to see my skin. You know how many girls go through this?
Yeah.
It's so many girls that even see us on Instagram and see us on TV and thinks it's flawless and everything is just perfect. And it's not. It's not perfect. It's not flawless.
Right.
Just the same way you go home and you wash your face off and you have like blemishes and bumps.
Yeah, little dark circles under your
eyes.
eyes.
Go through the same thing, you know? So I'm like, okay, if I have this platform, it's okay. Like, I'm okay with being myself.
Right.
You know? And so I think it's important for girls to understand that.
Yeah, and I really, really love that. And I was like, wait, where is she going with that? So to be here today and talk about that, that was really awesome. Yeah. And I really loved the wholesome of all three of you guys just talking.
Yeah, for sure. It's not easy. It's not as easy as people think it is to just be in this position and be scrutinized and, you know, targeted in that kind of way. But you just really have to have a thick skin.
Right.
You know?
Right, especially when, you know, they do photo shoots. And Lamaya talked about doing a photo shoot recently with Eric Bellinger, her husband.
After having my baby, I do not feel photo shoot ready. I feel like I'm not at my best, and that's definitely got me feeling a little weird.
But the photo shoot came out looking amazing.
She looked so beautiful. And that's the thing, we are our biggest critics.
Yeah.
We're so hard on ourselves. So to me, I love the weight. I be trying to gain weight.
You're like, I want my man to grab some meat.
I be trying to, like, that's my struggle a little bit. Like, just moving around so much, working out, and then dropping weight. Like, I like the thickness.
Curvy,
you know what I mean?
Yes,
that's the way to go.
Just saying. Yeah. And Lamaya looked great.
She looked so bomb.
Like, she looked so amazing with those photos. And you know, she also talked about the first time that, well, one of the reasons how she fell in love with Eric was this whole cereal date, right? They did this cereal date.
So cute.
Cute and corny.
No,
right?
it was
cute.
You know what it is? It was so much thought put into that shit. Like, the different size spoons, bowls, all the milk,
just put
all
the cereal,
it was
but
like,
not the different spoons.
Yeah, it was a lot of thought put into it.
That's very true.
Yeah.
What has Los ever done something to you to be like, yo, you put a lot of thought into something
honestly,
like this?
Because it's two rappers in the house.
Oh.
We not as, I think I put more time and thought, and like I really don't expect too much of that. I'm not as in touch as like the average girl. You know what I mean? So it's not like okay, you better, what are you gonna do? You better put a lot of thought into it. I don't know. It's just like every day we always do things for each other.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's not materialistic.
Right.
And so, I don't know. It's just different when you got two rappers in the house.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you got a baby on that's coming up.
Yeah. It just is. It just is.
We saw him in the first episode, and we're going to get to see him more.
Yeah, you'll see him more.
I hope so. He's really adorable.
And you'll learn a few things from him, too.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Another thing I'm really looking forward to seeing is your relationship, how you build with everyone else, right? With your Taylor Gang, First Lady of Taylor Gang, right? Was First Lady of Taylor Gang. Is that how you met Alicia?
No.
Or completely, because
her
ex is Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
And she's very open about the ex.
Yeah.
She's very honest about how she speaks about the ex.
Yeah, you just can't take her too seriously, though. At the same time, it's really not like that. Like, she doesn't always talk about him.
Okay, yeah.
Not as much.
I don't know, because in the last two shows we've been seeing, she was talking a lot about Ty.
I know. But, and then she was caught right after her breakup. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just catching the average girl after they break up. It's like, okay, that's what's on their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you just catching the realness of it.
So it's not difficult for you because, you know Ty, and it's not like a sticky situation for you, because
not really, because that's my girl, and I'm not really
taking sides.
It's not really like that. You know what I mean? I personally just want her to focus on herself. You know, I feel like sometimes you can be with somebody for 10 years and 5 years, and maybe that wasn't that person for you. Yeah. And that's okay. You just got to move on and focus on yourself. I think she spent a lot of time focusing more on her relationship than on herself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I could see that. And I can't wait to get Alicia in here. Hopefully we get her in here soon, because she said she dates a lot of rappers. And I'm a girl.
She likes them.
The matchmaker tried.
She likes them.
The matchmaker tried to match her up, but then was kind of like a fail because it looked like her ex.
Yeah, that was so weird. Like,
Yeah.
why would you bring somebody that looks like him?
The ex. Yeah. It was a little awkward situation.
It was.
I'm going to hope that she finds love
Yeah.
within herself
I think,
first.
like, at this point, now that we filmed so much, she's in a different space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In the end, Asia and Crystal, Asia threw this great party, by
Yeah,
the way, and
it was
everyone
great. It
was
was
there.
dope.
And Crystal and Asia had to have another sidebar
It
meeting.
just doesn't end with them.
Right.
Can I talk to you for a second, please? Yeah.
Play nice, ladies. What about the shots, though?
What they about to talk about?
Child, I don't know.
Some old school business.
We're going to see this season, of course, you repping that vegan life.
All the way.
Are we going to see you
All
back
the
in the studio this season?
All the way. That's my main
Okay.
thing. And I'm so glad, especially with the network and the show, making it important to them as it was important to me to focus on my work. Because that's all that's really going on in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My son is 4 years old now. He's like a grown man. He could raise himself. He's good.
He's a grown man. He can make himself a
He's
grilled
yes,
cheese sandwich.
no, I still had to make him breakfast. before
Vegan
this
grilled
interview.
cheese
Yeah.
sandwich.
And so it's great because they're focusing on what's important to me. And that's really, when I wake up every day, that's my main thing. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, is the studio today? What am I doing? Photo shoot, music video. So that's all they followed. And that's why I'm saying this show is really real, because they follow what's going on
Right.
in our lives. It's
Right.
not like, okay, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's like, no, what
No,
y'all
it's
got
real.
going
This
on?
is what
Like,
we're
do
really
you have-
doing.
Yeah, so-
You want to follow us? Because we
Exactly.
got plenty of things
Right,
for you to cover.
right, right.
And I do have to say this, like, for those who might be questioning, is it really real between the love between her and her husband? It's so true, because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had a chance to see it, and I'm like, y'all are too cute. I need to come over for dinner.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
That's definitely my other half. That's my best friend.
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
I love that about it. And
Yeah.
I'm like really looking forward to seeing the rest of the way the Platinum Life develops, and how
Yeah.
we see you and your future and the rest of the
Yeah.
family.
Thank you,
So,
love.
thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here.
thank you, thank
Catch the
you.
Platinum Life on E every Sunday nights.